Hello, percussionists. We are going to be working on Prehistoric Suite. We are going to be looking at the percussion 1 part, which should be posted in the classroom. I would like everyone to learn the snare drum and bass drum part. So we're going to be working on those right now. So have that music ready if you have it physically or if you have to pull it up on your computer. I'm using drumsticks. If you do not have drumsticks at home, you can use pencils or pens or even just patting the table with your hands. If you have a drum at home, do practice on that drum. If you don't have a drum at home, again, you can use a tabletop, you can use a book, you can even use the floor. So we're just kind of looking at rhythm here. So in the beginning of movement number 1, Stegosaurus, it is in 2/4, and there are 3 measures of silence. That's what that black bar with the number 3 over it stands for. So that means we're going to count to 2 3 times. I'm going to move you down here. Hello. So you can kind of see what my hands are doing. So we have 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2 as silence. Then we have a squiggly line, and we are looking at the top notes, and it has 1 rest and then ti ti ta. So we have 1. All right. 2 more measures of silence, followed by a quarter rest. Now in measure, hang on, what measure is that? 13, 12, 11, 10. Measure 10, you have, looks like a divided sign. That means you're going to repeat the measure before. So measure 10, you're actually going to play what you have at measure 9, which is ta, ti, ti. You're going to do that in measure 11 and 12, and you're going to keep repeating it. So let's start at measure 9. Is that 9? 9, okay? And you're going to play that measure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 times in a row. So here we go. 1, 2, ready, measure 9. 13. 21. 29, and stop. That was 30. And I picked 30 to stop instead of 29 because that's where it changes. Okay, in measure 30, we have T, 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 T. 1 and 2 and. Now in the next measure, measure 31, you see that divided sign, but it has a number 2 above it. That means you're going to repeat the last 2 measures. So we're going to play measure 29 and 30, then 29 and 30, then 29 and 30, and then we'll be at measure 35, which is the same as 29 and 30. So let's do 29 to 37. Ready? And. Here's 35. And stop. That's 37 right there. Now 37, you see the same rhythm we had before, and we see that repeat the 2 measures before. Okay, so we're going to play 37 to the end because it's just the same rhythm. It does change 1, 2, 3 from the end. They switched it. Let's see if you can catch that. Here's 37 to the end. Ready, and. Again. So did you catch the last 3 measures where it changed? Did you catch that? All right. Do one more time, 37 to the end. See if you can catch that measure change. Ready? And. And again. Here it is. All right. All right, let's take it back to the beginning. We're going to play all rest that we have. Or not play rest, but count through the rest. So here we go. We have 3 measures of silence at the beginning. Ready, and 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 1. Rest. 1, 2, 2, 2, rest. 13. 21. 22. 29, 37, 'Alright, now it's really repetitive, so it's very, very easy to get lost in all the repetition. So you really got to kind of keep your eyes on your music and just really pay attention to where you are in the music. Alright, let's do the opposite music. We're looking at the notes on the bottom. That's for the bass drum. So again, we still have 3 measures in that long rest, but we actually have another additional measure because bass drum does not play in measure 4. But they do come in on measure 5. They have 1 boom. Okay? Then 2 more measures plus 1 more where the snare drum plays and the bass drum does not. And they have boom. Now we have repeated measures. So in measure 9, 10, 11, and 12, you are just playing 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay? It's just every beat 1. In 13, we continue with that same thing. 1, rest, 1, rest, 1, rest, and then it changes. That's 16, measure 16, where you do play on 1 and 2, and then you go back to 1, rest, 1, rest, 1, rest, 1, 2, and measure 20. Okay? And the biggest thing that changes, again, is really repetitive, so make sure you're paying attention to where you are in the music, knowing when you play on both 1 and 2 and where you only play on 1 and not 2. Look at the last 2 measures of the song. We do have 1, 2, and 1. Okay? We're going to do the bass drum part this time, all the way through the entire movement. Let's count out our rests, and we're doing the bottom notes. We're just doing bass drum, okay? So for this one, you really only need to use your right hand. I won't make you use proper technique. Here we go. 1, 2, here we are. Rest, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 1, and boom, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, rest, and boom, rest, boom, rest, boom, rest. 13. Here it changes. Measure 20, 21. 29, here. 37. Big finish. And 1, 2, and 1. All right, so practice those 2 things, and then I challenge you to go back and play the snare drum part while you play the snare drum part of the video, and you play the bass drum part, and vice versa. Play the bass drum part, and you play the snare drum part. Did I just say that? Do the opposite thing. So if you rewind where I'm saying, okay, let's play the snare drum part, you play the bass drum part. Make sense? All right. I'm also going to give you guys a secret word. So the secret word is going to be orange. And if you've made it this far in the video, what you're expected to do with that secret word is tomorrow when you are in class, I would like you to report to me in secret. Keep it kind of on the DL in case people didn't do their work. We don't want to give any answers away. So the word is orange. And it's you just tell that to me, and then I'll know that you made it this far in the video. Okay? Bye. See you tomorrow. Orange.